we're going to start this interview out with a statistic, and then we're going to talk about, for the rest of the time, what you can do about it.
Mhm.
Nevada is one of the top 10 states with the highest senior hunger rate. So think of this when you're driving down the 15. Over one of every 10 seniors in the Las Vegas area goes hungry on a regular basis.
It's not right. Let's put an end to it, shall we? Three Square Food Bank, they're certainly doing their part. And here to talk about what they're doing is Lisa Segler. She's PhD, by the way. Lisa Segler, PhD. Man, that's great.
Thank you.
You spend that much time in school, you get to force us all to say it. Director of Strategic Initiatives over at Three Square. It's great to have you. How are you?
I am so great, and I'm so happy to be here. Good to see you both.
It's great to have you. I know that, usually we see Reno as a competitor, especially when it comes to UNLV versus UNR.
Right.
But right now, Three Square and the Food Bank of Northern Nevada, you guys are teaming up to help raise awareness about the senior hunger issue here in Nevada. Let's talk about what you're up to.
Yes, we actually love working with the Food Bank of Northern Nevada, despite all of the other rivalries. But they're great partners to us, and it is a statewide issue. And so we know that 1 in every 10 seniors goes hungry. And we also know that Nevada is one of the top 10 states in the entire nation for senior hunger rates. And we know we can do better, and it's unacceptable. And we can all be a part of the solution.
We dive into that number a little more because you know a lot more about this, and you know some of the seniors, many of the seniors who this affects. What are some of the factors that have our numbers so high when it comes to senior hunger?
Well, probably one of the greatest issues right now that's very relevant and timely is the ever rising cost of rent. You know, your Social Security check does not go up when you are on a fixed income, but your rent has raised 3 times and recently. And so we're just really seeing that seniors just can't make those dollars stretch anymore because there's no funds to stretch.
Yeah, and that's actually, you're seeing that beyond just seniors. I mean, that's frankly everybody. I remember an apartment that I used to rent here for $820 back in 2006 is like going for like $1,600 right now. Everything's bananas, and of course, inflation does not keep up with that. So let's then talk about what we can do to be able to help. I mean, obviously, if a senior's like, all right, well, I'm either going to be able to feed myself fully this month, or I have a place to live. They're probably going to go for the place to live, you would hope. But some of them choose to go in the car. Like, what do we do to help this?
That's a great question. And we do know that over 53,000 seniors right here in our valley are having to make those spending trade-offs that you're talking about. Can you imagine? Do I spend my money on my rent this week to live in a rental weekly? Or do I spend my money on my food? Or what about the life-saving medications that people need? And you also need food to take with those pills. And so we know we can do better. We don't want seniors making these spending trade-offs. And so that's why our programs exist at Three Square. And anyone can call our phone number at 707-665-4030. And a kind, caring advocate will help anyone get into the right program that they need.
Actually, I'd love to do, just because you buffered there for a second, 702-765-4030 on your screen as well.
Nice. Excellent. When I think about seniors and I'm trying to imagine some of these folks who are struggling right now, I can imagine a lot of folks maybe have spent their whole lives being able to feed themselves. The pandemic has absolutely thrown the world on its head, let's be honest. And a lot of seniors have a fair amount of pride, may not want to reach out for help.
That's absolutely true. They are such a proud generation. They literally paved the paths here in Southern Nevada for us. And so we don't want people having to make these decisions and going without. But the best thing that we can all do, we all know somebody, believe it or not, that is a senior that is food insecure. What about the people at your church? What about your next door neighbors? Food insecurity never looks like what we think it does. And so be a good advocate, be a good neighbor, ask a few questions, and really try to normalize that these programs are not handouts, that's just helping seniors get that higher quality of nutrition that they need because they have chronic conditions and other things that happen when we age.
Yeah, there's a certain pride that comes, like, just knowing how my father is. My goodness, one of the proudest guys you can find. Asking for help, my goodness, it feels like you feel like you're failing, and it's not the case at all. Really, it's just like this is the world we're in right now, and this is why Three Squares here is to be able to help in cases like this. So let's talk about the programs that are available and how seniors can reach out and access these programs.
Again, the ticket into the food bank is that phone number at 702-765-4030. Those advocates are standing by. They're going to treat you with respect and dignity that you deserve. And we have all sorts of programs. We have meal programs, grocery programs. We have our Golden Groceries program. We have transportation that we can help you just get to the grocery store to go spend your own dollars. And so we have so many things that are available, but that's what those advocates are trained to do, is to get you into the right program for you, your health, your preferences, and all with dignity and respect that you deserve.
It's just incredible how successful you are at Three Square. You've come up with all of these different programs. There are multiple different ways that you can reach people or help people reach what they need to reach, the food. What about volunteers? Because I bet you any money there's some folks listening, watching right now who is like, I'd really like to help with this situation.
That's the most exciting part of this, is that we can all be part of the solution. Log on to threesquare.org and you can find out ways to donate with your time. You can learn to donate your dollars. And so we all can be part of the solution. And again, reach out to those neighbors and to other people that we know. But if you or anyone that you know needs help, 702-765-4030.
Awesome. Lisa Segler, PhD. Great to talk to you.
PhD.
Don't forget.
And a mom.
She is and a mom, which is even more impressive, honestly, because, man, it can be tough sometimes. Lisa, great having you.
Thanks,
Thank
Lisa.
you. Good seeing you both.
Three Square
Bye.
Food Bank doing incredible work here in the Valley. And if you are either A, in need of their services, or B, want to help provide those services, you can go to threesquare.org and learn more. And remember that number, 702-765-4030. Don't be too proud to make that call. They are there to help.